Are we recording? Are we recording? Let's double check. Alright, what is going on, you guys? How are y'all doing today? So we are back with another video, and I am so excited and so angry making this video at the same time. And let me explain why. So Yamaha just released the brand new R7 for 2026, and it's not even like the same bike anymore. It's like a completely different model with how many revisions and how many upgrades that they did to the bike itself. And why I'm mad is because one of the first bikes that I bought was a 2023 Yamaha R7, which I'll put on the screen right here. It was a beautiful bike. I had a ton of fun with it. I think that colorway was arguably the best for the entire year and probably the best that they've ever made for that bike. But why I'm so mad is because it's like I got robbed. I feel like Yamaha robbed me because when I bought my R7, now compared to the new one, my R7 was like the biggest base model that you can buy in comparison. It's literally like if you were to spec out a car and you pick no options and even get rid of half of the factory features, that's the R7 that I got compared to the R7 that's coming up for 2026. And I'm a big Yamaha enthusiast, as you guys can kind of tell from knowing how I had an R7 previously and how I have this R6 that you see right here, right now. You know, I love Yamaha, definitely an enthusiast of them, big fan, and that's why I really want to take this opportunity and to make this video talking about the new R7, because I actually think it is a phenomenal bike for any of you guys to go and pick up if you're in the market for a twin cylinder motorcycle. I think it's now seriously a killer bike, and you're getting a really good bike for the money. Look at this pretty view we got here. Nice backdrop of a lake. Honestly, I should take that out right there on that little dock and take a picture, but I want to get this video going, and I don't want to wait any longer. I want to tell you guys about this and vent because I'm so angry that why did I have to get the cheap R7 with no options, no factory features, nothing, and now everybody else can get a cool one. There's like 10 or 20 different things that they added to the new bike, which are major improvements. So I want to talk about each point individually and give you guys my point of view, my opinion, coming as someone who owned the first gen R7 and now who owns a last gen R6. Because it's all still in the same Yamaha family, you know? And there's like so many different things. I had to write it all down in my notes app. So I'm going to be going back to this every now and then throughout our ride and just make sure to cover all the points because I wrote down each important one that I want to talk to you guys about. And definitely stay tuned and watch this entire video because if you guys don't like the R7, I think this is going to seriously shake things up. And maybe if you weren't thinking about it at all, it's going to put it on your radar now as a bike you want to get. I already know somebody personally who just went to a Yamaha dealership yesterday when they released it and put a deposit down on the 26th Yamaha R7 anniversary for his new track weapon. And it honestly has me a little tempted as well. But let's hop on this bike and get going. I'll give you guys a little lukewarm start. We got some cobwebs in here. Oh, that's so sad to see. I swear, I ride this bike like every day, but for the past 2 weeks I haven't ridden it because I don't know what was wrong with my foot, dude, but I'm like limping, and I'm still limping. I don't know what's going on, bro, but I just had to come out and make this video. So I'm just going to focus on riding this bike and not focus on the pain in my foot, and it's my shifting foot, because I really want to talk to you guys about this. If y'all can still hear me right now from this exhaust, I definitely need some new tires. We're getting down to the wear markers, so we're not going to be pushing it too crazy today. I think this tire has got a lot of good usage out of it. And if you guys want to see that tire getting used up in a proper environment, go check out my previous videos at the track. We are currently straight in the middle of fall when I'm filming this, and the weather isn't as nice, but it's going to look pretty visually appealing for you guys on the camera. Because I'm going to go take you guys through some back roads, so it'll look pretty scenic, not going to lie. Alright, you guys, but let's get into talking about the bike. So I'm going to pop it up on the screen right now, but this is the 2026 R7 that Yamaha just released. And arguably, they did almost a full redesign on the bike visually. They changed the front end, they changed the headlights, they changed the daytime running lights, changed the whole front fairing. I didn't get a good look at the tail yet. They might have changed that as well. But I wouldn't be surprised because it's almost as if they revised the entire bike and just created an entirely new model. Honestly, how it feels to me with how drastic the changes are that I'm about to tell you guys is that it is an entirely new model. It's not even like an R7 anymore. It's like a R7 SP. I think visually it looks amazing. They now have a new design of forged wheels that are on the bike, which is super cool. You're getting forged wheels for a very affordable price as well. So that is something new for 2026. The wheel design is really cool. I haven't seen it on a motorcycle before, that style, and it honestly reminds me of more of like an Italian supercar design. And also they reshaped the gas tank, so I can assume that it's going to be a really big difference because that dictates your entire feel on the bike. So I don't know if specifically they did it for more comfort or more sportiness, but I would assume they did it for more sportiness given the fact on the other things that they changed, which I'm going to tell you about. And that would be that they put the same pegs and foot position that's on the R1 now on the R7. So it's going to be a lot more aggressive because I remember my bike when I had my 23 R7, it was really comfortable. The suspension was pretty bouncy. The seating position, it was fairly comfortable. I'm not going to say it was as comfortable as like a Ninja 400, but I'd say it was between a Ninja 400 and like a 600 sport bike. So I could definitely ride that bike for a while and I wouldn't feel worn by it or feel necessarily uncomfortable. And they did lower the seat height by 0.2 inches. Now, I'm not even going to make a joke here, but 0.2 inches is actually a lot when you compare it to a motorcycle seat height. Because for some people, that's the difference between having their feet like with just the front of them touching and maybe even flat footing easier. So if you're vertically challenged or if you're not super tall, you're gonna be able to feel more comfortable on that bike around town, going from stoplight to stoplight where you have to put your feet down, or if you're moving it in and out of a parking garage, parking lot, whatever the situation may be, you're gonna feel a little bit more comfortable now that the seat height is a little bit lower. And as well, they redesigned and improved the clip-ons on the bike. So that kind of tells me as well, like, okay, they're really trying to make this a lot more performance-oriented, given the fact they changed the pegs, gas tank, seat height, and clip-ons. And they even redesigned the frame, which is a big one. That's what I'm telling you guys. Like, it's like an entirely new bike. They redesigned and brought some more structural rigidity to the frame itself, is what they're claiming. And again, I'm not sponsored by Yamaha at all. I wish I was. Yamaha, if you're seeing this, sponsor your boy, please. All these upgrades and revisions that they did to the bike kind of blew me away, dude. This is like the last thing I was expecting. But that bike can't beat the sound of this R6, I'll tell you that. There's no twin cylinder that's going to sound as good as the inline 4. So yeah, they redesigned the frame on the bike, which is huge. Oh, this intersection sucks, dude. People come around that bend flying because it's basically blind. And you just have to kind of guess over here and look at this mirror that's up in the top of the trees and see if there are people coming or not. Yeah, we got that mirror to look at. Now before I move on to the technology part of it, I need to check my notes app to make sure I didn't forget anything kind of visually. So something they didn't change, let me tell you that, they didn't change the braking at all. So it's the same rotors, same master cylinder, I believe, as the previous years. Alright, see, I did miss something, that's why I'm glad I checked. So one thing that they did as well change is the triple clamp. So this piece right here is called the triple clamp. And on the previous R7, it looked a lot cheaper. Especially compared to now, because now the new design of the triple clamp is more similar to the R1 and the brand new R9, where it has those slits actually cut out in the middle. And the previous R7, if I'm remembering my bike correctly, it had indents of where those little holes were cut out that you guys see on the screen, but they weren't actually cut out. They were just kind of like drawing a circle around it. But now the R7 has a very similar triple clamp to the R1 and R9, which looks great. Honestly, it looks really, really, really cool. And for the front forks, the R7 has fully adjustable inverted forks with aluminum piston rods, whereas previously it had steel piston rods. So now you're saving 0.8 pounds with that change. See, look at these views right now. This should look really sick on the camera because it's small. Also, I changed the video settings a little bit, so let me know if you guys like the quality or hate it. I want your honest opinion so I can make these videos as best they can be for you guys. I got no tire tread to be doing this, but it's alright. Wow. Oh, I forgot how fun this bike is, how quickly it picks up. See, I need a lower seat height, dude. This is like sloped road right now, and my foot almost slipped down here because I definitely cannot flat foot this bike. Oh, my tippy toes every time I stop. Definitely not going that way. That's a lot of construction. But alright, now onto the electronics, which arguably has to be the biggest change that they made in the bike, and that you guys will probably be most excited for. So with the previous R7, the one that I had, it sounds so bad saying it now, they had a digital dash, but it didn't look as cool as now. The digital dash that I had before honestly looked like a digital dash that you'd find in a 90s performance car, or like the screen that you get on the calculator you use for school. That's not what it reminded me of, was the high school calculators and the little screen on top. That's how the original R7 screen looked. But now they have a full TFT display, which looks sick. It looks really, really, really cool. And I just got to ride the R9 last month. I had the opportunity to, or 2 months ago. And the display on that is very similar to the one on the R7, if not identical. I wish this car wasn't here, man. We're gonna be having so much fun. So now they have a full TFT display, which you can connect your phone to on the Yamaha Ride app. And if I understand it correctly, that app is basically like a track telemetry app. So it has your lap times, your throttle position, your bike position, all the data that you find on basically a really nice track lap timer. That app is able to utilize and perform similar functions to. And again, that's super cool because you're just getting it from the factory and you can just connect your phone to it. So I don't know how well it actually works in real life and when you're actually using it, but just the fact that they have the ability to now and they put it in that bike is awesome. And the R7 used to have a throttle cable, so it was more manual. There was actually a physical cable running to the throttle bodies. But now they changed that as well, and it's an electronic throttle, so it's basically drive-by-wire. It sounds so good. I love this bike so much. Sounds insane. And since this bike has all the power at the top of the power band, it feels like this is like a big turbo car. Listen to those pops. I love this thing so much, man. This is my forever bike right here. And it makes me forget about the fact that my foot hurts so bad and I'm limping every time that I walk. But okay, back to it. So yeah, now it has an electronic throttle, which some people like it, some people don't. I guess each system's kind of different. You know, the R7 that I had was the older gen, so it was throttled by cable. So I'd love to get on a new R7 right now and see the difference and actually give you guys my honest opinion. I'll tell you right off the bat that, you know, how easy it is to adjust it on the fly. I think that that's really cool when you get that out of a electronic throttle. But the feedback and the feel you get of a throttle cable, like how I have on this bike, I really like that. So the adjustability of the electronic one, that's cool, but I love the feedback I get from this. Like one of the last bikes I've ridden was a Ducati Panigale V2, and that has an electronic throttle which you can control how aggressive it is through the screen, which that's really cool, but I don't really like how the throttle feedback is because I feel like I don't feel it at all. I don't know if it makes sense. I just don't feel the feeling like I'm controlling the bike. It just feels more like a video game. Anyways, just my opinion. Now, like every single new bike, the R7 has modes now. So the R7 has Sport, Street, and rain mode, and then 2 custom modes that you guys can program to how you like, where you can change different metrics of it, such as the engine braking, throttle control, wheelie control, things like that, to your desire, so you can make a custom mode that's tailored to you. And the R7 that I had, guys, that thing had no tech. Like, this is so unfair. I didn't have any sort of modes, or throttle modes, power modes, wheelie modes, slide modes, nothing. It's literally like they sold me the biggest base model R7, but now everybody gets the new, cool, technology full R7. So I feel like I got scammed buying that bike. I'm like, why couldn't you just have released it that way originally? Why'd you have to wait 3 years to now make a really cool version? It frustrates me. I just wish they just did it right off the bat. It would have been such a cooler bike. Anyways, I digress. So now they have all the power modes, which the previous bike didn't have at all. Had nothing like that. The previous bike didn't have wheelie control, didn't have slide control, didn't have a button where you could turn off ABS, didn't have lean tip-in control, didn't have rear slide-out control, didn't have none of that. But now the new bike has launch control, slide control, lean control, and now you can turn off your ABS and you have wheelie control, so I guess they got the hint that, oh look, it's a little groundhog. Why is he just sitting there, dude? Why are you posting him right next to the road? That's not safe, man. He was just munching on something, sitting on the shoulder. But yeah, now since they have wheelie control and you can turn off ABS, I feel like they got the hint, like, okay, people actually like to use these for the track and like to stunt these bikes. Let's throw in something a little bit for them. And they even have launch control now. So it's like, what? The only thing that I had on my R7 was turn signals. And now y'all got launch control on the new one? It's crazy. And the MSRP is still the same price as before. So I'm like, bro, I'm so upset about it. I'm like, Yamaha, y'all really scammed me. Y'all played me for my money, dude. And I'm trying to think what else I'm missing, if anything. To the point I just kind of said, the bike is the exact same price as before. $9,399. You guys can get yourself all of that in the brand new R7. The only other additional cost is if you want to get the anniversary edition, which I think looks the coolest. I think that is the best colorway that you can get. It reminds me of the colorway that I had, kind of that white and orange or white and red. And I think that's an additional $300, so it's $9,699. And I have my leather pants right now since it's kind of cold out. Kind of trapped in the heat so I can feel a little bit better. But man, these things are tight. Your boy has been bulking a little bit. I've put on about like 20 pounds from my usual weight, and all my gear is too tight now. So it's kind of like the thing that sucks. I'm like, you know, I wanted to put on some more muscle, I want to bulk up, but now my couple thousands of dollars worth of gear now is kind of too tight and fits me like spandex or something. So now I need to go buy new gear. I don't know if you guys have ever had that problem. Well, the thing I'm most mad about is because I bought a suit that was like $1,500, and now that is a little bit too tight as well. But, you know, for the gym gains, man, it's worth it. It's worth it. I don't know what it is about dogs, dude. All dogs just like charge motorcycles. I don't know what it is about them, because they don't be charging cars, but they charge like a bike. Since I have all like Dainese gear now, or Dainese, I don't know how you pronounce it properly, I'm thinking about doing all Alpine Stars now, so get myself some Alpine Stars gloves, boots, the whole nine. Which do you guys like better, Alpine Stars or Dainese? I feel like each person I ask, I get a different answer. Now I also need to go buy another visor and pin lock for my helmet, which is a Pista, because right when I was actually leaving for this ride in this video that you guys are watching right now, I went to clean my visor and I noticed that, I don't know, it looks like the pin lock seal just kind of went bad or failed or whatever, because it just wasn't sealing properly on the visor, and it has like some marks in it, so I just need to swap it out. As well, this visor I'm wearing right now, which is smoked, has a bunch of scratches in it as well, which just happened over time. You know, it's definitely my fault. and it's like right in my field of view. But for a AGV Pista, if you guys didn't know, the visor is like $115, and the pin lock's like another like $20. So I gotta go spend $130 to get a new visor and pin lock. That's a lot of money, dude. But pay to play, man. I can't be complaining. These pants are way too tight. I have like the flexibility of like a mannequin right now. Ow! Speaking of that, I got a cramp right there in my leg. Ah! I'll get off this bike for a second. Yeah, these are a little bit too tight, man. But I'm definitely going to get the Super Tech R's, because these boots have seen better days. Got a little hole right there. And the bottom of these boots have like no tread or whatever you call it to them. So I only missed one thing, which is arguably one of the most important things. But the R7, when I had it, it just had a slipper clutch. It didn't have a quick shifter. Didn't have an auto blipper. Just had a regular shifter. Analog. No technology. And now, of course, they have a quick shifter and auto blipper already in the bike from the factory. Isn't that crazy, dude? I feel so cheated out of my R7. And also, one thing that I missed is they said that they redesigned the swing arm as well, so made it a little bit better, which is super cool. The only one thing that I remember I didn't like about the R7, which I can do a whole separate video on my more points why I didn't like the bike or whatever, if you guys want, but one of the really annoying things was the axle nut and kind of chain adjuster. It was super cheap. I remember it was like really flimsy plastic and they broke so easily, and it was super hard to adjust it accurately. So I would definitely get some Litech chain adjusters if you guys do pick up that bike, because that was the one thing I really hated, was adjusting my chain, because this whole area was so flimsy. But yeah, the auto blipper and quick shifter is a huge one. Like on my R6, I had to buy this as well. This was like almost $200 from Amazon. It's a OEM part, but I got it from there because it was a little bit cheaper. But it was about $200. And now I'm going to go buy another aftermarket kit so I can do the auto blip as well with quick shifter. And that's about $500. So you guys are getting such a bargain, paying under $10,000 and getting all that tech and features for an R7. And what I'm most excited for is to see what they're going to do on the used market. Because if those things go like to in the $7,000 range on the used market, dude, that would be a phenomenal track bike. It's a twin cylinder, so you know it's not fast, but it's super agile and you got a ton of torque. So I guess this video, kind of the basis of it, I want to tell you guys is maybe put the R7 on your radar. I got a lot of criticism before owning that bike, which is the bike I initially started this channel with. It was my 23 R7, and I got a lot of people hating on me for it, saying it's a fake sport bike, you wasted your money, and just making fun of me. But now, I guess they kind of heard all the online criticism and they were like, alright, you guys want to talk some trash? Boom! And they threw everything at it. So that is what's new for 2026 on the Yamaha R7. Definitely drop your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about it. I want to hear what your opinions are, whether you like it, don't like it, love it, hate it. I want to hear your guys' thoughts about the R7. And if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely drop a like and hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next one. So as always, please always wear your gear, you guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.